The HTC One M7 was a big milestone for the company. It was a step towards a unibody aluminium construction, and honestly, this phone really stood out from all those plasticky Android phones out there. Now, I used this device for most of last year, and in fact, this was the best-selling phone for the company. The new HTC One M8 is now available in the market. Will it be as successful? The HTC One M8 clearly draws inspiration from last year's design and even has more metal than before. The HTC M7 had a polycarbonate side, whereas the new one wraps one single piece of metal from all sides till it meets the glass. It's also much smoother and curves up nicely in a brushed metal look, unlike the matte finish on the previous generation. The M8 is also taller because of the larger 5-inch display on the front. The two signature stereo speakers take up the top and bottom of the phone, and at the base of the phone is the micro USB port and the headphone jack. On the sides are the volume keys, the nano SIM slot, and there is also an expandable memory slot which can go up to 128 GB. Overall, the phone feels very good in the hand, and it feels the right weight for its size. In terms of grip, it feels as wide as the M7, just a little taller. But this is where the problem lies. The power key is on the top. Now, for a phone this size, it could be a bit of a reach for some people. Now, HTC has brought in a solution with some gesture play with its new Sense interface. You can now unlock the device in various ways by swiping the screen from either direction. Or you can knock on the screen twice to unlock or lock the screen, a feature we first saw on the LG G2. All this comes handy and pretty much negates the power key. The new interface also adds a splash of color. It's still simplistic and feels more sophisticated than most of the other stock overlays. The blink feed for all your notifications is also something that social media addicts would love. Android KitKat shines on the M8. The screen at full HD resolution is also bright and the colors are pleasing. What's better is that while watching movies and playing games, the two front-firing speakers make your smartphone experience more immersive than any other device. The other big change that HTC brought with the M8 is the dual lens. It still has the 4-megapixel sensor seen on the previous generation, but there's an additional lens that takes the same shot. So what you can do after taking the shot is play around with effects to create different moods. You can blur the background and create a bokeh to get those professional DSLR style effects. And when it comes to video, it's pretty good as well, and you can see the quality for yourself. The camera does show a significant improvement over the previous generation, and the dual lens feature might be gimmicky for some people, but the creative folks might actually appreciate it. I actually had quite a lot of fun blurring out some of the backgrounds. It doesn't work very well at all times, but I would say 80% of the time it gets it right. The phone comes with a new generation Snapdragon quad-core processor and 2 GB of RAM. The internal memory stands at 16 GB, but that's expandable, so it's not a worry. The M8 also improves on the battery life. It lasted me almost 36 hours on a single charge with a good amount of gaming and browsing the web. When you check out some of the benchmark scores, it really stands pretty much on top of the list. But trust me, when I say this phone is a good performer, I'm not only talking about how fast it moves, but it's also about its interface and how fluid it is. The HTC One M8 improves on almost every account. The design, the build quality, the speakers, the camera quality. It's got that sophisticated look and feel both on the software and the hardware that no other Android phone can match. Someone who's got a more mature taste would definitely appreciate this phone. I for myself am looking forward to a mini version, and that should be expected pretty soon, and as soon as I get that, I'll get you a review of that as well. But What do you think of the M8? Would you consider buying one? Let me know what you think of the phone in the comment section below, and if you have any questions about the device, feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And if you made it this far in the video, be nice, like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.